New chapter, chapter number 11, tables and mail merge. In this chapter there are two topics, that is tables and mail merge. So I have prepared two different videos to teach you these topics. So in this video I will be teaching you how to create tables using openoffice.org writer. Now when I say that I am going to teach you this thing, you may be thinking that I know this thing, that's not new for me. You are right, my dear. But you know how to insert a table in Microsoft Word program. But this program is totally different. And on YouTube also I had searched, but I did not get any video explaining how to create the table in this software. And another thing is, the paper will be set from the textbook, and that is why it's very necessary for you to learn. So let's begin. So I begin the chapter by creating a small sample table containing 3 columns: roll number, name and interest. I give the table name as interest or student's interest, whatever. Fine. Now enter the roll number here, that is the field name, roll number, name and interest. Roll number 2. Roll number 1. Purposely I am entering the roll number in an uneven manner. So I have entered 3 roll numbers, 3 records here. Now I do little bit of formatting to the table. I change the column width. Then I change the alignment of the content, that is horizontal alignment I change. Fine. Thereafter, next thing I do is I change the color of the heading. I make it red. Font color I make it white, so it's clearly readable. First column I change it to light purple. Fine. So like this way we can create a simple table. If you want to give different type of border, then that is also possible over here. Now this border is looking horrible. I don't want to add the border, but I just taught you that like this way you can even add the border. Now suppose if you want to sort the data according to the roll numbers, then that facility also we get here. That is on field number 1, column number 1 in ascending order. So you can see here it is been sorted according to the alphabetic or ascending order. Now remember, whenever you want to do sorting, you have to select the whole table. Otherwise only first will get sorted and rest 3 will remain as it is. Okay, fine. So this is the basic thing. Now I teach you according to the textbook, whatever is given in the textbook, 1 by 1 point. Okay, so that you can prepare well for your exams also, theory and practical, both the exams. Now when you want to create a new table, it is known as inserting a table. There are 3 different techniques or 3 different ways to insert a table. First technique is using the icon. Okay. Now on the standard toolbar, remember where is this located? It's located on the standard toolbar. A table is drawn here. If you click on that, you can insert a table. Another technique is using the keyboard. When you want to use the keyboard, you have to use the shortcut keys, that is Ctrl plus F12. Now these key combination works only in writer. Don't try this thing in Microsoft Word or in Microsoft Excel. There this thing will not work. Third thing is using the menu. Now if we look at the menu, here a menu is given there. The name of that menu is table. You have to click on that menu and click on insert. So like this way you can insert the table. Now the main thing is you have to place the cursor where you want to insert the table. For example, I want to insert a table here. So first I bring my cursor over here. Now I am inserting the table using the first technique. Fine. So what happened, as soon as I click on this thing, insert table, this insert table dialog box opens. Okay. The first thing is you have to give the name to the table. I give the name example 1. Now this thing is not there in Microsoft Word, it's a new feature. So you have to give the name to the table. The default name which was given on its own was table 1. This thing could be asked in the MCQs. Now we come to the next thing, and that is size. Okay. If you click on OK, then the table which will be inserted will be of 2 columns and 2 rows. Afterwards, you can increase the number of columns or rows, but by default it is 2 by 2. This thing is also asked in the textual MCQ. This question is asked there. Then we come to this understanding of this heading. What is the meaning of heading? Now, heading, one or more rows can be specified as a heading of the table. The desired number of rows can be specified in the first rows. The default value is 1, say it's given here 1. The advantage of defining the rows as the head or header row is when you are splitting a table into 2 tables, the heading rows are copied in the second table automatically. For example, if you have prepared a table in which you have prepared 3 columns, roll number, names and marks of the students. Okay, so now when this thing is split, the table is split on the other page, then if you have keep this heading on, then on the other page also in the table this heading will get added automatically. If you don't give the heading, then what will happen? It will straight away start with the roll numbers of the children, their names and marks. Heading will disappear. Fine. So you should put this tick on. Then this thing, repeating heading or repeat heading. What is the meaning of repeat heading? This option is little different from the heading. If you check on the repeat heading, that is like this way, if I put a check here, then the heading rows will repeated on the subsequent pages if the table spread across more than one page. Okay, then the heading will be repeated on the other pages also. So you should keep this thing on. Then comes don't split the table. If you put the tick mark over here or if you don't put the tick mark here, what difference does it make? First thing, you should know the meaning of splitting. What is the meaning of splitting? Dividing a table. Okay. Cutting the table is known as splitting the table. So if you check this option, the writer will not allow your table to spread across more than one pages. But in case when the table starts near the end of a page, writer will locate the complete table on the following page. If the table becomes longer than it would fit on one page, you need either to deselect this option or manually split the table. So it's not advisable to keep this option on. Then the next option is border, whether you would like to add border to your table or not, that you can select from here. Then we come to the auto format. Now suppose if you want to launch a formatted table, then you can click on this option. So here different formats will be displayed. Just now it's none, default format, 3D format, blue, brown, lavender, yellow, grey, green. So many different formats are given to you. If you choose any of the format, okay, then that format will be applicable to your table. But it depends. Just now I am creating a table only of 2 columns. Then the same formatting will not be there. Orange color, that is the last row, will come here. Fine. So I select this thing. I like this format, so I select this format. Now I create a table of 3 columns instead of 2. Now I click OK. So a table will get inserted. So this is the way how to insert a table in this software or in this application. Now we are going to discuss a new topic, and the new topic is nested table. What is the meaning of nested table? Nested means a table inside another table is known as nested tables. This program allows you to create up till 10 levels. Table inside that another table, inside that another table. Like that way you can create up to 10 levels. For example, I insert a table inside this cell. How to insert a new table? I have to go inside that cell, and then this technique remains the same. Just now I had inserted from here, now I insert from table menu and insert. So it will ask me how many columns, how many rows. Now I select 5, 5. Okay, just to show you, this is a sample table. So now here you can see that a table has been inserted inside one of the table. This concept is known as nesting of table. Now I press Ctrl Z. I don't want to insert any table. Fine. Now I come to the next topic, and the next topic is moving between cells. Now I am in this cell. I want to go to another cell. I can click here. I can go on clicking and moving, right? This is technique number 1. Another technique is using the tab key. See, this thing will surely, it could be asked in the MCQ. For example, I am in this cell. I type here roll number. Now I want to go to the other cell. Then which key have I to press? Tab, T-A-B, tab key. So I will move to the another cell. I will go to the right hand side cell of the table. Now again if I press the tab key, I will come to the next row. Just observe. Roll number 90 or 9401. Fine. Now another thing is that to go on the left hand side of the table, which key have you to press? The answer is Shift plus tab. This thing also could be asked in the MCQ. See, when I am pressing the Shift plus tab key, my cursor is going to the left hand side. When you are formatting a table, you can categorize the formatting thing into 2 parts or 2 different things. Formatting the table itself, whatever table you have created, formatting the table itself, we can call it as formatting of table layout. And the other type of formatting is the formatting of table text. For example, I have typed something here. Then this formatting is very simple. I want to make it bold, I want to change the color, whatever I want to do. I change the formatting like a normal text which we have typed. While formatting of the table layout includes adjusting the size of the table and its position in the document, inserting or deleting the rows or columns, merging and splitting the cells, changing borders and background. The steps to perform this task are explained in the next session. Fine. Now we come to the next topic, and that is adjusting the size of the table. Now see, by default, whenever you insert any table, okay, for example, I insert a new table here, then what will be the size of that table? Here I have inserted only 2 columns, while here I have inserted a table with 3 columns, but the size will be the width of the entire area, that is the breadth of the page in which we are going to take the printout. That printable area, that much will be the default width of a table. Now you can resize it according to your own convenience, according to your choice. Now there are various ways to format the table, okay, or change the size of the table. One of the most common ways is to go to the table properties. Here is the table property. Now from here you can give the specific width of the table. Besides, you can also adjust the space to be left above, the space to be left below the table. That is, suppose if you are starting a new paragraph, how much space to be left in between. Besides, you can also adjust the alignment of the whole table, left, right, center, manual, whatever thing you want to do. All these things are possible from the table format dialog box, which comes from table properties. Now we come to the next topic, and that is resizing of the rows and columns. Okay, the most simplest way of resizing is you have to bring the cursor in between the 2 columns. Now I press and hold, that is drag and drop the thing, then the column width will get changed. This is the most common technique. I change this column width also. So like this way. And the another thing is, from the table menu, by selecting the different options, I go to the table menu. First of all, I keep my cursor in this table, then I go to the table menu. Okay, then in the table menu, one more thing which is given in the textbook is auto fit. Now, okay, so this is the common technique of changing the column width. Another thing, like this way, if you want to change the row height, then that also you can change. Another thing which is given in the textbook is a long method, so I am not teaching you that. You go to the table menu, then you go to the auto fit, and then you select this thing, optimum row height, okay, column width. These all things are given here also. Distribute columns equally, optimum column width. Now just I will tell you the meaning of optimum. In optimum row height or optimum column width makes the selected rows or columns as narrow as possible to fit to the contents. It will not look good, so never select this option. And the third way, which is given in the textbook, is here. You can see in this ruler, from this ruler you can change the column width. Your cursor should be inside the table like this way, and sorry, I changed the row height. Now if I want to change the column width, that also could be changed from here. Fine, so this topic is over. Now we come to the next topic, and that topic is inserting of rows and columns. There are 3 techniques. First technique is using the mouse, second one is using the menu command, and third one is using the toolbar. Suppose I want to insert a column after this. I select this column. First technique I am using, that is with the help of mouse. I give a right click here, then I click on insert or column. Okay, so it will ask me how many number of columns I want to insert, and before or after I select after and I click OK. So a new column will get inserted. The next thing is using the menu command. Suppose I want to insert a column after this. Okay, then I go to the menu, table, insert and column. Here you get both the options, insert row or column, what you want to insert after. So I select this thing, and like this way it could be inserted. And third technique is using the toolbar. This is the most common technique. Select the column and see here in the toolbar you get the option insert column. Okay, work could be done speedily using this technique. Same way, if you want to insert a row, you select a row and insert row from here. Another thing is that if you reach to the last cell of the table and you want to insert a new row, simply you have to press the tab key, T-A-B, tab. So as soon as I press the tab key, a new row will automatically get inserted. So this was the thing about inserting the rows or columns. Then the next thing which is coming in your textbook is deleting a row or column. So if I want to delete a column, I have to select the column, okay, table, and delete, and select the option column. So that column will get deleted. Besides, according to your textbook, I have to explain you this table toolbar. Each icon suggests the meaning. First is table. This is line style. For example, I click here, I get different options. Suppose I select this option, then I have selected a single cell, so it looks horrible. But if I select the whole table, okay, and if I select the line option from here, then you will get the idea. So that is about line option. I press Ctrl Z. Fine. Then fill color, border color you can select from here. Just now I have not selected the whole table. I need to select the whole table. I can change the border color from here. Then this is about the background color. If you want to fill any color in the background, and you can select the color from here. I press Ctrl Z. Fine. Then this is merge cells. This is split cells. Okay. I will come to that topic just now. Splitting of the cells. Then this is to go to the top and this is to go to the bottom. That is the alignment. At present, this name and this roll number and everything is aligned towards the top. If I want to bring it to the center, okay, I select both the cells and I click on this thing. So it will come to the center. So this is about adjusting the center alignment. Then this is inserting a new row, inserting a new column. This is about deleting a row, and this is about deleting a column. For example, I want to delete these rows, so I select those rows and click here. And this is auto format, and this is table properties. Fine. Now we come to the merging and splitting the cells. Okay. Now I will do it and show it to you. For example, if I want to divide this cell into two parts, okay, then that is known as splitting the cell. Okay, and if I want to merge these two cells, for example, then that is known as merging the cells. So I select these two cells, okay, and then I click on this merge cells thing. So both the cells will get one. Okay, here again I merge these two cells, right? So you can make out this is known as merging of cells. Now splitting of cells. For example, if I want to split this cell into 2 or 3 or 4, then I have to go to split cell. So it will ask me whether you want to split the thing horizontally or vertically. So that I have to select. Okay, I select horizontally and click OK. So it will get divided into two different cells, and if I select vertically, okay, then it will divide the thing vertically like this way, two cells. So this is known as merging and splitting of cells. Thereafter, the last topic is deleting a table and copying a table. For deleting a table, you have to delete this table. I have to keep the cursor inside any of the cell of the table, and then I have to go to the table menu and select the delete option, delete table, and the table will get deleted. Now copying the table and pasting it in some other place. For that I have to place my cursor somewhere inside the table, go to the table menu and select option. From select I have to click on table. So table will get selected. Thereafter Ctrl C for copy and Ctrl V for pasting. So the table will get pasted, you can see. So